So I forgot to talk about the craziest part of the Braveheart movies, right? Because I've been talking about how that was a seed of transmission for Jesus. And I actually, I tried to watch that movie like a month ago. Or no, it was like 3 or 4 months ago now. And I stopped watching it because there was a part where this woman passes away, and I was just like, nope, I'm not watching this movie. Absolutely not. If that's what this movie is going to be about, I refuse. And so, I didn't watch it. And then, months later, God had me watch it again. And I'm really glad that, I waited to watch that movie because I've never seen it before. And it's extremely synchronistic to like my entire channel. It's like it's obviously a seed of transition for Jesus, the story of Jesus himself. And trauma and pain and life. And so I find it very realistic and very comforting, honestly, which really surprised me. And I deeply resonate with the character William and how he's very passionate about freedom for everybody and standing on your principle and integrity and being betrayed by friends and all this stuff. But the one thing that I forgot to mention, which was like the whole thing for me, which was there's this crazy Irishman named Steve who channels with God in that movie. He straight up channels with God. And I was like, shut the fuck up. This is insane. Because he like, he channels like I do. Like he straight up like talks like exactly like I do. And he's crazy. And I'm like, why is every crazy person named Steve? I think his name's Steven, but you know what I'm saying. And also the fact that he's Irish, I have Irish roots. So, that was like really synchronistic for me. And like, I was like, oh my God, this is insane that, the characters that I relate to, I actually relate very deeply as well. Well, I relate to the woman who passes away, because she passed away from injustice. Like it was injustice that took her. It was this guy who tried to grape her, and it was like a night. And then she fought back, and they like schmurdered her for it. And she was wrongly, schmurdered over, a guy trying to grape her, which is insane. And so I've never obviously had that situation happen to me. But I was not listened to when I was essayed as a child. I was blamed for it. So I can, kind of, relate to that. And then there's another like princess in the movie who's like isolated, and she's like, she has a good heart, but she's like trapped by being a royal basically. And I can deeply relate to that character. I can deeply relate to Braveheart. I can deeply relate to Crazy Steven. I'm just like, all these characters in this movie I can relate to. So it's super fascinating. It was very fascinating for me to watch that movie. I think it like really impacted me in a way that I didn't think it was going to. Because I keep thinking about it like so much. I'm just shocked. But that's kind of how I felt about all Mel Gibson movies. I'll have to watch Passion of the Christ now because I haven't seen that in a very long time. Many, 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 many years. But I watched The Patriot, which is also another movie by him, which I deeply resonated with that movie as well. And Mel Gibson, he does these like very violent, movies, but I'm like, it's very symbolic of how I feel like my life has gone. It's been very violent. Not physically, but metaphorically and mentally. I've had a very violent life. I have had physical violence in my life, obviously. I've been surrounded by it a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's just like, this is the craziest shit right now. That there's like a psychic who channels a god in this fucking movie. And like, of all the characters, I'm Crazy Steven, and Braveheart. And the isolated princess who's like trapped. And the girl who gets murdered for injustice, Yeah, so I just love the seeded transmissions these days. It was so funny though. I can't believe I forgot to talk. See, like, that's the thing. I forget to talk about something, so then I have to like come record a whole video about it. That keeps happening to me with these seed transitions because there's like so much to it. Like, it's insanity. So, you know, again, there's beauty in this time, beauty and pain, and that's what that movie's about, which I love. That's why I love it so much, because it feels so authentic to me, because there's like beauty in it, and there's like hope, and there's, you know, all fighting and all this stuff. And then there's also like the realisticness of like grief and pain and sorrow and betrayal and things not turning out the way you think they are, like going to. And then eventually, you know, justice is served, right? And how they had to outsmart them. So much to that movie. It was so good. So anyway, if you have not seen those movies, or that movie, Braveheart, I highly recommend it. It was very, very, very profound for me. Very symbolic of this time, of us starseeds in the lives that we've had to go through. If you view it metaphorically, you know, that's how I feel. So, I could not believe that there was a psychic who channeled. See, that's how synchronistic it is for me. That's how synchronistic it is for me these days. It's insane. Insanity. Crazy, but beautiful.